first bike was a 1982 Yamaha TT250. It was air-cooled, conventional suspension, a trail bike really. But what that bike represented was so much more than the sum of its parts. It was freedom, it was independence, it was adventure, it was possibilities. That first motorcycle is the gateway. It's the door that opens up a whole world of possibility and introduces you to that love of twisting a throttle. When you look at a bike like the Royal Enfield Meteor 350, I think you look at it through those eyes. You remember what it was to have your own first bike, the one that opened the door and welcomed you into the world of motorcycling. And that's pretty much what Royal Enfield has created with the Meteor 350. This is the gateway. This is an all-new model for 2021 from the ground up, all-new frame, all-new engine. This is a classic style cruiser, which means it's a feet-forward design, which gives it a low-slung seat and a very easy reach to the ground, which I think is going to be very accommodating for a lot of beginners and especially for women riders. It has a nice, relaxed, upright riding position and all-day comfortable for just cruising. It's all about accessibility with the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 in terms of size, fit, price point, and how easy it is to ride. As much as it is about accessibility, it's also about style and individuality. The design, the visual aspects of the bike, style cues, symmetry have all been given a great deal of thought by the crew at Royal, as well as a number of style options including colors and trim levels. You have 7 different color options to choose from, as well as 3 different trim levels. Starting at $42.99 is the Fireball. That's what this model is here, with the blacked out bars, the blacked out engine. Then you have the Stellar for $100 more with chrome accents and the passenger backrest. The Supernova is the premium option for $44.99. It has dual tone colors, matching components, upgraded seat and windscreen. And any number of these options are also available as accessories from Royal Enfield for the Meteor 350. So it gives you a lot of options coming right off the showroom floor, or you can accessorize it with whatever you'd like, which is pretty cool. You can make it your own. The style elements on the Meteor 350 are what Royal Enfield calls authentic and nostalgic, right down to the analog speedo dial, which I think is a really nice touch. It has a blend of analog and digital features. Somewhat unexpected to me is some of the modern touches, including the USB port and the Tripper navigation. It has an actual turn-by-turn display built in here, and you can download the Royal Enfield app on your smartphone, which is built on the Google platform. You sync your phone to the motorcycle, you punch in your destination, and let the Meteor guide you there. The engine is an air-cooled 349cc single cylinder. Again, Royal Enfield put a lot of time into the details, giving it a nice, smooth, flat torque curve, very easy to ride. Gear spacing is very well done, and shifting is also very smooth and consistent. They did a nice job spacing out the power of the Meteor 350, which is a good thing because we're not talking about gobs of power here. It felt at first like the power was geared a little bit more toward the low end, which made me think it might suffer a little bit at speed. I'll be honest, I was not looking forward to getting it on the freeway, but I was very pleasantly surprised at how comfortable it was at speed. It'll cruise right along about 70 miles an hour pretty easily. Power is very well spaced out and very well thought out. This engine is counterbalanced, and especially at mid to high RPMs, you'll really feel it smooth out. It cruises at speed very nicely. Down low, you still get a bit of a rumble, and it was important to the folks at Royal Enfield that the engine still has that thump. They're also very proud of the exhaust note. It has a nice hearty tone, similar to a larger cruiser motorcycle. When it comes to the ride, it's all about easy cruising. It's a super approachable motorcycle. All the controls are very bare bones, straightforward, no frills. There's no traction control, quick shifters, anything fancy like that. It's all about learning control of the motorcycle, clutch, brakes, shifting. It does have a heel shifter, so that might be an element that takes a little getting used to if you've already learned on a standard shifter, but it is nice to not have to move your foot below the shift lever at all. Handling is beautiful as well. It has excellent handling characteristic, the way it just wants to rock through the turns with that buttery, smooth, fluid motion. And really, it's a characteristic of every Royal Enfield I've ever ridden, just that super smooth flow. I think that's my favorite thing about it. And it's what it does best. The Meteor isn't designed for hard braking, hard accelerating, shooting in and out of turns. It's designed for cruising, flowing through the turns. It's wonderfully light on its feet and carries its weight low in the chassis, so it switches directions so effortlessly and just glides along really nicely. It not only feels lightweight, it is lightweight. So if someone were to accidentally tip it over, not a huge struggle to pick it up. So that's very confidence inspiring as well for a beginner. The wheels and tires do an excellent job of soaking up the little cracks and bumps on the street. When it comes to some of the larger bumps, such as roots underneath the road that make a little bit of a speed bump there, I've hit those at speed and it did kick me up out of the saddle a little bit. So I think a bit more compliance in the suspension for things like that would be better, especially maybe for lighter riders, for women riders. Perhaps as it breaks in, this will ease in a little bit more. But I think that the wheels and tires do an excellent job of providing a super smooth ride. The seat is actually not as comfortable as it appears, but they do offer seat upgrades. They're part of the accessories package of the Meteor 350, so I might look into something like that if I was going to spend more time on this bike. As well as a windscreen. I think a little bit of wind protection would go a long way. But if you like cruising those back roads in the open wind, it doesn't get any better than this. While this is an entry-level bike, this is by no means an afterthought by Royal Enfield. This is purpose-built, brand new from the ground up, dedicated frame, engine, all specifically designed for the Meteor 350. All of it comes together in this wonderful, seamless package. And yes, it is not going to be the most premium motorcycle, but this, again, this is the gateway. This is the motorcycle that has the potential to open doors for so many new riders, and for that reason, I think that makes this Royal Enfield Meteor 350 so much bigger than the sum of its parts.